Harper Paperbacks and HarperAudio present A Taste of Sage, a novel, by Yaffa S. Santos. Performed by Inés del Castillo and Jonathan Todd Ross. For the recipes in this book, you can download an accompanying PDF from your audiobook provider, or go directly to www.harpercollins.com/audio/taste-of-sage. Buen provecho. Prologue. Are the plátanos ready, Magda? Lumi Santana called to her sous chef. She stirred the cauldron at hand, turning over juicy sautéed shrimp, glossy slivers of bell pepper, and rings of sliced onion. Ready, chef, Magda said, laying a tray of still sizzling green plantain rounds on the butcher block table behind Lumi. They mashed the plantains in a huge pilon, a mortar and pestle Lumi had received as a gift 3 years ago for her 29th birthday. Between strokes of the mortar, she browned a little garlic on the stove, inhaling the rich, buttery aroma. When it was done, she shook it out over the plantain mixture. She folded in the sautéed shrimp and then, using a square bowl, made many little pyramids of mofongo. Each one was plated with a helping of shrimp sauce and an edible ginger flower. Chef, we have 2 tables, Giselle, Cara Luna's only waitress, said. Okay, send out the first course, Lumi told Giselle. To herself, she said, we're missing something in this kitchen. Oh, music. She chose a Spotify playlist she'd made for cooking instead of playing the radio, despite the fact that turning the radio on to her favorite station felt to her like putting her finger on the pulse of her neighborhood. Plates of beets on a bed of arugula sprinkled with finely chopped queso de hoja and sides of fresh plantain chips began their trip from the kitchen island to the 2 occupied round tables in Cara Luna's dining room. Do we need another starter for tonight? I can make some alcapurrias, just like the ones we used to make back home in Puerto Rico, Magda said. I think we'll stay with the salad, because I still have a full crate of arugula that needs to go today. But another day, that would be amazing, Lumi said. Minutes later, the dishes traveled back to the kitchen completely empty, and it was time for the shrimp mofongo to make the trek. Chef, we have 2 more tables, Giselle said. Great! There are more salads ready on the island. Once she was done cleaning her station, Lumi peeked out the round window on the kitchen door into the dining room. At the first table, a woman took a bite of the mofongo, and Lumi watched as a smile spread across her face. This is amazing, said a man sitting at the second table. Yes, best mofongo I ever had. The taste is slightly different than traditional, but I like it even better, said his companion. She could listen to them all night. Okay, the first 2 tables need dessert, and we now have a 5th, Giselle said. Lumi gestured toward the kitchen island, where bowls of majarete, sweet corn pudding, infused with lavender extract, were lined up right behind the salads. Minutes later, the empty bowls came back to the kitchen, and with them, more compliments for the chef. After the first wave of guests dwindled, Lumi left Magda and Giselle to sit down at her tiny desk. She pulled out a sheaf of papers and smiled to herself as she reviewed the receipts from the day's seafood and vegetable deliveries. It was happening. Cara Luna was finally real, just like she had dreamed all those years ago. 1. Lumi. When Lumi Santana got to her restaurant, she found Magda and Diego, the line cook, standing over a cauldron of sancocho, complaining that the earthy root vegetable stew just wasn't thickening. Lumi grabbed a bowl of squash puree left over from the previous weekend's wedding and stirred it in at an impressive clip. Stir with purpose, my friends, Lumi said. Doors open in 35 minutes. She pulled a lavender silicone oven glove off a stainless steel hook. Aside from the stainless steel utensils,
sample complete. Ready to continue?